Hi there, I'm Donna Wolfe from Naztazia.com.
Today, I'll show you how to crochet the 3D V-stitch pattern. This crochet stitch looks pretty much the same on both sides and adds a nice texture to your work. To do this, I'm starting with the chain 25, or you can use any multiple of 4, then add one more chain for your starting chain number. I'm going to begin by skipping the first 5 chains, and in the 6th chain, I'll be placing 2 double crochet stitches. Next, I'm going to chain 1, and in the very next chain, I'm going to place 2 double crochet stitches. And if you look at the little motif we created, it's pretty much just a thicker V-stitch that you are probably already used to seeing. For the next motif, we'll start by skipping 2 chains, and then making 2 double crochet stitches in the next chain. Now this is the first half of our motif, so we'll chain 1, and then in the very next chain, we'll make 2 double crochet stitches. By the way, I'm using worsted weight yarn and a size I 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. So for the next motif, we skip 2 chains, and then we repeat this pattern all over again. We do 2 double crochet stitches in the next chain, and then we make a chain 1. Then we work on the second half of the thicker V-stitch motif by making 2 double crochet stitches in the very next chain. You'll continue with this pattern across the row. At the end, you'll have 2 chains remaining. You'll skip the 1 chain, and in the very last chain, make a double crochet stitch to finish this row. I'm going to continue using the same color yarn for the next row, so we'll just chain 3 and turn. Find the center of the thicker V-stitch. We'll first make a front post double crochet around the stitch right before the chain 1. Now inside the chain 1, we'll make our traditional V-stitch pattern. This consists of a double crochet, followed by a chain 1, followed by another double crochet, all in the same space. And then we finish this motif by making another front post double crochet around the stitch that comes after our chain 1 space. Find the center chain 1 space of the next motif, and we'll begin by making a front post double crochet around the stitch right before that chain 1 space. And then just as before, in the chain 1 space, we'll make our traditional V-stitch pattern, and finally, we'll finish this pattern with the front post double crochet around the stitch right after that chain 1 space. For the remainder of the row, we'll find all of the thicker V-stitch motifs and do the front post and V-stitch pattern within them. You can see what row 2 looks like once completed. At the end, we'll finish this row by making a double crochet stitch right on top of the starting chain 3 from the previous row. You can change colors at this time if you wish. To begin the next row and all subsequent rows, we'll just repeat row 2. As before, find the chain 1 in the center of the first motif and do the pattern that we've been doing before. Make a double crochet front post stitch first. Then in the chain 1, we'll do the double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. And finally, we'll finish with another front post double crochet around the next stitch. You'll continue with this pattern across the row. Again, remember to end this row with the double crochet in the top of the chain 3 from the previous row. I'm changing colors every 2 rows, so I'll keep using this color for yet another row. I'll chain 3 to start this row, then for the next row, I'll just repeat row 2 again and follow the same pattern. And that's how I crochet a 3D V-stitch pattern.